Hey, so I've been thinking a bit about the word react. I know there's a lot of common themes here. Obviously grappling with my internal landscape around wanting to be a heaps better person and be less reactive and have more agency over my internal landscape, please. Anyway, so specifically the word react. I love the fact that the word is made up of react, as in reacting out a scene. And I think, or an experience. And I think when I try and break down, or a dynamic in a relationship isn't working, and I try and start kind of going, what is it about this dynamic? How am I playing into this dynamic? And I can almost see that when things get heightened or triggered or on, the two of us revert back to these roles. And we literally are reacting out a scene. And it might be reacting out a scene from our childhood or from earlier in our relationship, or someplace in other relationships where we feel unmet or undervalued. But regardless, we are being activated into these alternate spaces and we're no longer present because we're reacting out something that hasn't been dealt with, hasn't been integrated, hasn't been met. I know they say this a lot, the idea of being met. I think it's a big theme for me. Obviously, it's something I need to find ways to do with myself because it's a real, it's language I say a lot. Yeah, I just want to meet it right where it is. I just want to meet them right where they are. I just want to be met. I just want to, like, we'll have to do another one on being met. Anyway, for now, on reacting. I like this idea that in that moment, you're cast into a role. And a role that isn't necessarily even current anymore. It's not even the scene or the script or the conditions that are being played out in real time. But it's like one of those warps that happen in a film where all of a sudden they're cast back to something else and the character is transformed to another place. And that's what I feel like when I'm reacting. I don't feel like I'm actually in the situation, although everything inside me is like, this is definitely about this person and definitely about this time and this place. Some part of me knows that I am dredging up an old scene that I haven't taken the time with to be with appropriately so that I can integrate it and meet it. So yeah, reacting. What are we reacting out? What are we reacting out over and over again? What am I reacting out when I do that particular thing with that person in our relationship dynamic? What am I reacting? You know, when a child is acting out, that classic thing. It's like, what are they acting out against? What are we reacting out that hasn't been met, resolved, integrated, seen? Yeah, obviously just trying to work it out, man. You know, far out. What a job. Thanks for listening.